10 seconds, 24 hours.
Hey guys, it's been a long time since we posted a video to the channel. One of the reasons is that we've been really busy with our property. The great thing about the insurance business, I've been telling you guys for years, is that you can go out there and create a tremendous amount of income for yourself by building your own agency and also by being a producer. And, you know, we did that. Not a tremendous amount of income, but we were able to move from California to Florida, bought our property on a little over an acre, and we wanted 15 or 20 acres, and sure good thing we didn't go 15 or 20 acres.
God.
Because we've been busy.
We'd be dead.
We've gone through a tornado, a hurricane.
Yeah.
Two hurricanes and one tornado, and had clean up from that. We also, the day after we bought our home, the day after, literally, we started painting and doing, making it our place. It was a beautiful home when we bought it, but as always, you want to make it your own. So we've been really busy doing that. We have been working with our agents. We also have been working on a new product that I've been heavily involved in. Angela's getting involved in it come January, which is a debt-free program, debt-free for life. So that's been very good. And I've got a small team of agents that I'm working with directly to coach and mentor them on that product. And so that's been very good. It's with the economy the way it is, the economy that we're potentially facing in 2024. It's a perfect storm. It's a product whose time has come because everybody's in debt. We're getting ready to go through the holiday season here and going to get more and more in debt. And we've got a great opportunity, great program that helps them do that and build a tax-free cash account in the process. So again, reach out to me if you want to know more about that. I'm looking for a select group of agents that will work on that with me, and a very small team of 10 or 15 people that are working 2-3 days a week and making multiple six figures. So still in the same industry, still you got to have your life license, and you got to be willing to work. Pre-set appointments, so you're not making any dials or anything like that. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But the reason why I want to put this video up is to let you know that we're still around. We've been enjoying the fruits of our labor over the last 8 years or 9 years now, something like that. Yeah. And just been very busy with life and doing the things that we put on the back burner for so long, as we all do, right? Dreams and goals and wants and desires, and get put on the back burner until you can afford to do them. So, we're not wealthy by any means. We were able to buy, a house that most people would consider a dream home, and we've been, just doing a lot of stuff, landscaping. We're trying to bring all the projects to an end by the end of the year. We're probably not going to make that goal, but at least the majority of this stuff will be done where we can, start really coming home and not actually grabbing a shovel or a paintbrush. So, we also took that time, and Angela and I've been discussing that, is really to figure out what the future is of the channel. So you heard me say before that there's a lot of people out there teaching how to sell life insurance, teaching how to do mortgage section and final expense, and I've got over 40 years in this business. And there's a lot that I can teach you. I don't know everything, but I do know a lot of the basics and how to build a business and how to survive long term in this industry, which I think is valuable to some people. As long as you're coachable and you're willing to do the work, it's not a get rich quick scheme. But again, there's a lot of people out there. I've done some training on this channel. Plan to do maybe some more training. But the reason why we got started this YouTube channel, I don't know, 3 years ago, something like that. Yeah. I can't remember how long ago it was because we were moving from one IMO to the next, and we wanted to get the word out to all of our agents across the country, and that's why we started this channel. And then it kind of got, you can only, make that announcement once, and that I wouldn't say it went viral, but it got a lot of people's attention, and as a result, the channel grew, and we're very appreciative of that. We have a lot of room to grow. Certainly not anywhere in the top 10 of YouTube channels out there for insurance people at all. But the one thing the reason why we started a channel was, I don't want to say it's a negative, but it was about, why we were leaving and moving to a different IMO. So it's a negative, leaving is a negative, but it was a positive aspect. Does that make sense?
Right.
And and that, again, part of this industry, one of the biggest problems in this industry is everybody's selling the sizzle. They say sell the sizzle, not the steak. And a lot of people get in this industry based on that, or sign up with a particular recruiter or an agency owner or an IMO because they bought into the sizzle. But no one ever talks about the steak. And that's really where my passion is. It's kind of flushing all that nonsense out so that you're aware of what you're going to get into before you get into it. The recruiters.
I think it's just more about being informed. It's not, nobody would take a job or start a business or do anything if, no one would get married if they said, 20 years from now, you could be dealing with health issues, you could be arguing, you could have financial problems and listed all the negatives. But one of the problems that we noticed in this industry is not addressing enough of the realities or the specifics that are the realities of this business. Because there are realities of this business. You don't get in and tomorrow afternoon start writing applications and making $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, a week, and then it's just apple pie and confetti forever. There's I don't want to say drawbacks, but I don't know what the word is.
Not drawbacks, but again, people sell the sizzle, not the steak.
Right.
When you get in, it all sounds good, but then there are things that you didn't know about, you weren't aware about, and primarily it's because you wouldn't have signed up, or they didn't think you would have signed up. So, this whole MLM, attack on the industry is nonsense. Just because you're able to recruit somebody in order to build an agency. Guess what? State Farm, New York Life, all the companies do the exact same thing. But then you get people out there, and I'm not going to mention any names, but it's double D that talk negatively about the MLM structure of the industry. But yet that person's also recruiting. Every email he sends out, every video he does, he talks about joining his agency. So there's that kind of stuff that I think everybody needs to be aware of, and that's my passion is to again make sure that you know what's out there and what you're gonna get yourself into before you sign up. What are the responsibilities when you do start building an agency that people don't tell you about?
Right.
What about the agent? What about debit balances? Agents that you hire, who's responsible for their debit balances? Again, everybody wants you to recruit people to your agency because the hierarchy makes money off of your agents too, right? Because it's all about more agents you have, the more agents that whoever signs you up has, because you're all part of the same agency. But who bears the responsibility of that agent? That's the question. So, and it doesn't get talked about because people figure if you knew those things, you would not sign up. So, those are the kind of things I want to focus on. I don't know how long that's going to last, but if that's something you're interested in, then I'd encourage you to, if you haven't already done so, sign up, subscribe, like the video, get the video out, and let's have an honest conversation about what people that have a ulterior motive, in recruiting you are not telling you. So because again, it's too much of a revolving door, where people come in and they're here for 2 or 3 weeks and they go, I didn't know that. So you should know everything, right? There should be some sort of disclosure. Right. It has to be put out there, so you're fully aware. It's a great industry. It's a fantastic industry. I don't know of any better industry on the planet where you can make the kind of money you can make with nothing more than the cost of an insurance license, a couple $100. But again, it's not for everybody. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You got to work you got to work a lot without pay to build a business. No different than anything else, right? And there are responsibilities that you bear individually. So what's the difference between what's the risk involved, Angela, of advanced commissions, right? If you're taking advanced commissions, then there's a risk involved. What is that risk? You should know that before you sign for advanced commissions, right? And that's what I want to discuss over the next several months. And again, that's the direction of the channel. It took me a long time to kind of figure that out. We kind of lost our way, to be quite honest with you, because again, my passion.
We've had so many different projects going on.
So many projects, but also my passion is not teaching insurance. It's not teaching how to sell insurance, because again, it's not that complicated. I can teach anybody how to sell an insurance policy.
Right.
And so getting in there's a lot of that out there. Carriers have trainings. We have a lot of training that's archived. Go watch those videos. We do a very good job day in, day out of training our agents in the actual pursuit of a sale, right? They call us and we help them with product selection, all of that kind of stuff. So that we already do that as a given anyways. But I think before you join the industry, you should know a lot about it before you get started, and so you're well prepared. You have the right expectations. I think that having the wrong expectations is what takes most people out of this business. They get in there, they go, they think, well, I'm going to buy it's a leads-based opportunity. I should be able to buy leads, and that guarantees me some sales. No, it doesn't necessarily guarantee you some sales. It guarantees you conversations. You still have to make the sale.
And if you think about, not to go off too far on a tangent, but
that's all right. You can go ahead.
The leads conversation, I think, is always interesting to me because there are lots of agents that don't. I'm a big common sense person. I'm a big think this out rationally. Let's just think it out. Think about the next few steps, whatever it is. In life, I'm not really a realist because I tend to be more of an optimist, but I am a very big common sense, think things out, realistically. So, with that said, a lot of people hear that this is leads based and they can get leads or buy leads or whatever the situation is. And then they come back to us, a week later and they'll say, well, I've called 10 leads and nobody was interested.
That's a good point.
I thought these were leads. I thought that if I called them, they were ready to buy. No. And so going back to my original,
when they clicked on whatever form it was they filled it out, they had an interest at that time.
Well, and okay, this goes back to my thought about being a common sense person. Haven't you ever filled in your information on a card or on a website because you thought, that's interesting. I wonder what that's all about. I do it all the time. And then you might, a week from now you say, I'm not really interested in that. I don't really care.
Well,
right?
That's the definition of life insurance.
Or
people get interested in life insurance when somebody in their family dies. They go, oh, we're not covered.
Right.
And again, the farther away from that moment, an emotional moment they get, the less interested they become. They draw themselves back out of it. That's our job. That's a good video that we'll talk about. This is not an order taker business. Right. If it was an order taker business, trust me, the carriers would love it to be an order taker business. And there's a lot of companies like Ethos are rising up that they can advertise, and people go right straight to their website and sign up without the need of an agent. They'd love it to be that way 100% of the time because they don't have to pay commissions. So we get paid well because it takes us to make the sale.
Right. It takes the skill of, taking someone from they might be a little bit interested to an appointment, to be able to explain to them more of the information, to find something that's a fit for them, and then maybe write an application. But I always encourage people, when you think about leads and before you open your mouth to make that comment about, well, gosh, I thought they were ready to buy, they filled out the form. Okay, if I had to go back and account for every gazillion forms that I have ever filled out in my life, because
I do it every night sitting outside the patio. Right. I'm on Instagram, click. That's
interesting.
I'm not ready to buy it. I'm not ready to buy it.
It doesn't mean I got up from my chair and went and got my wallet out. It means that I was pretty open to the information.
More information.
And some get the more information, and it's either not for them or it's not a fit or
today.
It's not,
they may be for them a year from now.
And maybe
that's why you keep them on your list.
Correct. But I just caution people of, assuming and getting the wrong expectation of what you do as an agent and the customer's interest level simply because the amazing thing that we have, because it's the opportunity.
Everybody on the planet needs life insurance. Our signal's going in and out, so it may be choppy. So we'll wrap this up. But you don't need leads to succeed in the industry. We sell a product needs and should want. It's up to you to create the desire, right, and the want. But you and I both know they need it. They have a family, right, and the want. but you and I both know they need it. They have a family, they're married. They have to guarantee you a conversation.
Right.
They don't guarantee you a sale. They have to guarantee you a conversation.
Right.
They don't guarantee you a sale. What I mean by that is that you can work your warm market all day, all night for months and not having a conversation with anybody because you can't get anybody to sit with you. Leads, at one time they had interest, that's why they fill out the form. So you're guaranteed to have a conversation with somebody that had interest at one time. We're back. It's our job to take that lead and create the desire and have the conversation, drip on them until they're ready. It's a way to scale your business because you're guaranteed to have a conversation with somebody during the course of the month and make a sale. Such as we had about leads. One is, going back to Angela's comment, you're not going to make it with 10 leads. It's the law of large numbers. You're not going to make it with 10 leads. And we talk about this all the time, and then our agents will go out and they'll buy 6 leads that are 2 years old. Good luck. You might as well use those leads to start your fire at night and smoke a cigar, have a beer. The older the lead is, the less the conversation. Moving forward, just things that you need to know. If you're going to get in the insurance industry in all aspects of it, building, as a producer or whatever, that it is not being told on the internet that you should know. If that appeals to you, then great. Subscribe, give us a like, please, because that's how we grow our channel. And it hasn't grown honestly in the last couple months because we haven't been doing anything. So we need your help, and we're grateful that you take the time to watch these videos. Listen, it's next. I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but next week is Thanksgiving. Actually, this coming week is Thanksgiving. So, anyways, happy holidays. Enjoy them. Spend time with your family. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. See ya.
Bye.
What did it say?
Are you sure you want to stop streaming?